Welcome and thank you for taking the time to further your soccer education on reading the defending cues of the game, specifically on when and how to become the first defender. This video and others to come are aimed at helping coaches and players learn the cues of the game so they can make quick decisions on their own. Knowing what to look for and how to react are essential elements in this process. In all of these clips, you will see the defender's closing space as the ball travels to the opponent. The defender closing space is the closest defender between the ball and the goal where the ball is traveling. That is cue number one to who should become the defender who will step out to close space to get as much pressure on the ball as possible for the situation, delay the opponent's attack, and try to prevent them from moving forward. Other cues to look for are the speed of the pass, the distance the ball is traveling, the distance the defender has to cover, and how fast the defender is, meaning how much space can they close in the time it will take for the ball to travel to the opponent. In general, the defender wants to close as much space as possible while the ball is traveling, usually in a full sprint, then shorten up their steps when the opponent is about to receive the ball, and then stopping just before the opponent's first touch, giving them time to read and react to that first touch. If possible, the defender can intercept or tackle the pass if the cues make it possible. As well, the defender needs to consider their angle of approach. First defenders are always trying to force the opponent into a less dangerous space and into helping or covering defenders. Their covering and balancing teammates need to be communicating to the first defender where to force. When the ball is central, this often means forcing wide, but when the ball is already wide, it may mean forcing slightly central. Again, this will depend on where the defender's help is, but also on the strength of the opponent. Maybe the defender wants to force the opponent central onto their weak foot. Maybe the opponent is very good at finishing services from the end line, so the defender wants to force central to keep the opponent from getting to the end line. Lastly, these clips show examples of what to do once you close space. If the opponent's first touch is not being fully controlled, the first defender may decide to tackle. If the opponent is able to face forward under full control, the first defender may just contain at a distance that makes going forward difficult but with enough time to react to the opponent. Thanks again for watching this video. As you can see, there's a great deal of information defenders must read and know in the game. When they know this, they can start to read, make, and execute decisions faster. These cues are the same for U8 to U18 to national teams. Start with the basics, focusing on one or two cues with the most basic goal of not letting the opponent score, and continue to build on that towards your other goals.